This is going to be your weekly tarot and oracle forecast. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies for the upcoming week, break it down day by day, and let you know how to navigate. So as I'm sitting down here, all I hear in the background is the wind, and it's really, really strong today. And I was just sort of reminiscing about a scene in, of course, the movie Dirty Dancing. And if you know, you know, she's like the wind. I don't know why that song is coming into my brain today, but yeah. What does that song represent? You know, a bit of saying goodbye, a deep love. Is it truly a goodbye? It's kind of like a surrender moment. You know what I mean? Where Johnny, when he's leaving baby, it's like he's leaving for a reason, right? He's got to let things be. She's got to let him go. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but anyways, that's what's coming to my mind today. She's like the wind. So winds of change, right? We're in a time right now where we're adapting and we're pushing ourselves forward even when it's uncomfortable. Let's take a look at the overall messages for this week. Okay. Repairing the veil, forgiveness. Wow. That's really beautiful. And I'm really drawn to this butterfly in the background. And I'll tell you what's really interesting about this without even knowing is that I was looking at different thumbnails that I could use for these videos. And the thumbnail that I chose actually has a butterfly on it. So now I'm getting a confirmation that this was the right thing. In general, it's a sign. I can't explain it to you, but it's a confirmation for me. So beautiful. Repairing the veil. I think we're going through a lot of changes right now, and forgiveness, of course, is always important and key. And I think more importantly, it's about forgiving oneself. You know, sometimes we are our own harshest critics, and we don't let things go in regards to ourselves. So maybe that's a sign for somebody today to forgive themselves for something that was probably beyond their control. So let's see. And by the way, and if you did make a mistake, that's okay. We're human, okay? We all make mistakes. So let's see. What else do we need to know? Breathe. Do I accept myself without judgment? Huh. The irony. The irony of what I was just talking about with forgiveness. What are you judging yourself so heavily about? Okay, let's get a third message here. Space. May your heart and your scope expand. You know, this is about things being limitless. Anything is possible. And I just want to make a point about something. If you want new memories to come into your life or new experiences to come in, you have to release the old. You have to make space. You have to forgive the past. You have to breathe. You have to let it all just be so that you can have the new. And I always ask, are you in the old? Are you in the new? What is it that you want? Okay. Wow, I'm really loving the start to this reading. Okay, so I'm going to put these off to the side. And what we're going to do is take a look at the energies for the upcoming week. So let me just put these off here for a moment. Okay, so let's take a look at the energies for Monday. What do we need to know about Monday? Transformation, absolutely. I just said that. It's a time of change. And Tuesday, stay in integrity. Ask yourself, whatever the situation, does it align with your morals and values? Stay true to yourself. On Wednesday, watch for signs, and there's that butterfly. My goodness, this is like really, really strong messaging here. Okay, transformation. I mean, what is a butterfly? Transformation. Okay, on Thursday, everybody's favorite card here for the reason we all know. And if you don't know, look at the cactus, or the cacti, I should say. And patience, patience, patience. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay, let's see about Friday. Boundaries. This is the thing, you know, I mean, I talk about it, of course, every single day. I don't think there's a day that I don't mention it. How important your boundaries are. Oh, the camera's shaking and I'm not even shaking it. Wow. And it's funny, it's almost like the wind, and yet the wind is outside. Okay, let's see. On Saturday, take a breath. Is that interesting? We had that exact same message in the overall cards. And I mean, look at the coloring. Oops, geez, I'm dropping cards here. Isn't that interesting? Take a breath. Okay, on Sunday, we have here, take the lead. It's almost like you're gonna take a little bit of a break or a breather, and then you're gonna get ready to make some moves. That's because you're transforming. And a sneak peek at the following week. Enchanted, are you ready to step into that portal, into that gate? You know, we just had the 111 portal. Very interesting energy. Okay, I'm loving this. Let's take a look at the tarot. Now, interestingly enough, I have not used this tarot deck in ages. I couldn't even tell you the last time. I love the story of The Little Prince. You know how much I love The Alchemist, but The Little Prince is a story that reminds me of The Alchemist, just in a different way. You know, people think The Little Prince is a children's story, and to some extent it kind of is, but it's so much deeper. You know what I mean? It's not something that children readily understand necessarily. However, the story is about the innocence, you know, of a child, and the differences between being wide-eyed and excited about the world versus sometimes jaded and held back as an adult. You know, we don't always see the beauty in things. We see numbers, you know, and I don't mean angel numbers. I mean, like, all we do is think about how much did this cost? What's the square footage? What's this? What's that? And we lose that beauty of when you were a child just to play I Spy or to be creative and imaginative. And so anyways, if you're interested in reading The Little Prince, I believe it's free on the public domain. You know, you just put in The Little Prince, free PDF, English. It's written in French, but you can get it in any language. It's a very beautiful story and a very quick read, and one of my favorites when I was a teacher in the classroom. I taught it to my students all the time. So when I saw there was a tarot deck, it really excited me. But anyways, side note, I digress. Let's take a look at Monday. The Two of Cups. Oh, excuse me, Two of Cups. Four of Cups. Why did I say Two of Cups? I'll tell you why I said Two of Cups. Before I came on camera, I was shuffling and I saw the Two of Cups card, and it really stuck out in my mind, the imagery. So maybe for some reason I went to like Two of Cups, but there are no accidents. I mean, Two of Cups is about love, so maybe there's love on the brain, and maybe that's why I referenced She's Like the Wind. Oh my goodness, I'm having like a major connection here to The Little Prince that I didn't even realize. In The Little Prince, okay, the rose. So fascinating that this is in the picture. So there are no accidents. Okay, story time. Side note. Pardon me. The Little Prince takes care of this rose, and he loves this rose so much. And he decides that he wants to travel to all the different planets in the universe because he wants to explore. But unfortunately, he's got to leave his planet behind and the rose that he loves so much. And the rose speaks to him. Yes, she talks. And she kind of tries to manipulate him to not leave. And she says to him, but how will I be protected from the wind? And she even does a little, like a little cough, as in she's going to get sick, you know, from the breeze. And this glass is meant to protect her. Okay. So anyways, side note, I think that's why I'm thinking about love, Two of Cups, and also the wind. There's no accidents in why I picked up this deck today. I was just drawn to it for whatever reason. Haven't picked it up in at least a year. More. So the Four of Cups is actually a card of overanalyzing sometimes to the point of not seeing an opportunity. I think some of you may be a little bit worried about transforming and what that means and what you're leaving behind and what you're embarking on, because we all want the new, of course we do, but then we have to let go of the old, and that's where the grief comes in, or that's when the sadness comes in, and sometimes we don't want to leave it behind. We get stubborn, and then we miss out on opportunities that we really shouldn't, you know, miss out on. But anyways, yeah, I think some of you may be in that vibe of possibly overanalyzing your transformation. Okay, let's see. Stay in integrity. Nine of Wands. See, this is what I mean. You've been the wounded warrior. You've been through battle. You know, there he is, the little prince, thinking about his rose up in the sky. There's a whole story about the snake and the symbolism of the snake. I don't want to spoil anything for you if you haven't read it. You know, maybe this is your sign to go read it. It's such a beautiful story. There's a reason why it's one of the most famous stories ever written. But look at this long road here. And the little prince really does stay true. You know, stay true to himself. Okay, watch for signs. I'm so curious now to see what's going to come out. Oh, the Hierophant, studying and learning, taking the methodical steps. Watch for the signs to guide you onwards and upwards. See, onwards and upwards, and you have to trust the process. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Thursday. 10 of Cups. Oh, I love this. You know, the 10 of Cups is ultimate wish fulfillment. And in this card, you can see all the things that the little prince loves the most. In the very beginning of the story, he draws a sheep. There's the fox where he learns about building relationships and connections. And there's his rose and the volcano that he tends to. It's really beautiful. Have patience, trust the process. Now, patience doesn't mean waiting, as you know. I'll always tell you. Patience is living your life, doing what you got to go do, and letting things come to you. Okay, let's take a look at Friday, boundaries. In order to have that 10 of Cups, you got to make boundaries. The 6 of Pentacles, equal giving and receiving. Funny, I just mentioned drawing the sheep. The 6 of Pentacles is equal giving and receiving and balance, and that's why boundaries are necessary. You can't be the one always overgiving. I always say you can't be everything to everyone. Okay, let's see. Take a breath on Saturday. Page of Cups. Look at this lovely picture where it's like, this is just taking a moment. Now, this is a side note. This is not the little prince in the picture. If I'm not mistaken, this is the planet where he goes and meets the drunkard. Now, just as a side note, he goes and meets many people. He meets a businessman, a geographer, a judge, a conceited person, and this is the drunkard. And the story of the drunkard is very, very short. It's like literally like a page and a bit. And he talks to this drunkard who is ashamed because he drinks and drinks because he's ashamed. And this lesson teaches why we go in repeating cycles. So this Page of Cups tells you in general that it's the early stages of something. This person is obviously sitting and reminiscing and even thinking about new things coming in. There's a little bit of excitement there as well. Obviously, that's separate from the cycle of addiction, but it's just a general, you know, meaning with the Page of Cups that you're in the early stages of something nice. Now, let's see, on Sunday, we have Take the Lead. Oh, the King of Wands. Of course, the King of Wands is going to take the lead. Absolutely. King of Wands is passionate, nurturing, strong, kind. Look at the coloring. No coincidence somehow that I picked these colors today randomly. Okay, and let's take a look at a sneak peek at the following week. Enchanted. Oh, Temperance, the wishing well. You know, there's a whole deeper story to this. I won't get into it too much. But you know, the significance of water, nourishing yourself. Temperance is, in general, a card of patience, as we talked about above. Forgiveness, we talked about earlier. It can be a card of reconciliation, depending on the connection or the situation. It can also indicate that something is brewing. And so what's brewing is you're about to walk through this portal to something really nice and enchanted. Okay, let's take a look with the oracle cards. Let's see. Let's go back to Monday. Okay, transformation. Let's not miss out on the opportunities. Ah, you ready to roll the dice? I think somebody's been thinking about what to do. Do I take the risk? How do I take the risk? What does the risk look like? And, you know, I think it's a very simple question. It's a yes or no. Don't give all the parameters or all the guidelines. I mean, really, are you in the old or are you in the new? Yes or no? What is it? You know, yes. Are you in the new? Okay, yes. Are you ready to take a risk? Yes or no? Gamble, taking a risk, luck, fate. What happens next is what everybody's wondering, right? Now, the Nine of Wands, wounded warrior, been through battle. I think sometimes people question, am I just dreaming this? Did I just dream this? Was it all a fantasy? Was it all real? And for some reason, out of self-preservation, sometimes we tell ourselves it wasn't real. It wasn't meant to be. And I disagree with that. I always say, I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner in 2068. I have no way of knowing what's going to happen. Okay? Nobody does. However, your intuition will guide you. And that's the whole point about taking the methodical steps. You have no idea what's around the corner. It could be the best thing that ever happened to you. But if your mentality or your energy is, I can't have this, it's negative, it's self-sabotaging, then this fairy tale is not going to happen. And I'm not saying life is rainbows and butterflies. It isn't. You know, to me, it's how we respond to the toughest times that matters most. If we just, you know, roll over and say, well, typical. Yeah, just my luck. That's what happens. Well, then that's your energy. That's what you're going to get. And so we have to understand that every day is a new day. Let's take a look at Wednesday. Taking those methodical steps and that transformation. It's a headache. Not going to lie to you. It's not easy. It's not easy to, you know, make changes, right? So, I mean, this also says needing self-care, underlying conditions. It's your duty to learn so that you don't have more headaches. Take the methodical steps. Okay, let's see that 10 of Cups and that patience on Thursday. Bodybuilder, power, strength. See, this is what I mean. You have to push through the headaches, push through the pain. Now, I hope that this is not anybody in a health crisis, you know, or poor health. We want good health for everybody. This is telling you to push forward, resolve anything that's been holding you back, self-improvement, maybe even physical exercise. But all of that takes time and patience. Okay, let's see on Friday. Six of Pentacles, equal giving and receiving. Constellation, network, support. A collection, exchanging data. Whatever you are exchanging, you want it to be equal giving and receiving, right? Influence, in connection with. You want to feel connected. And on Saturday, I love this card. Spark of curiosity, early stages of something. It's time. Spiritual awakening, heeding the call, inner knowing, dark to light. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. That King of Wands on Sunday, the forward motion, the passion, the purpose. I love it. Exploration, find your way. Love it. The coloring is just so on point here. Unknown destination, new territory. Plan, prepare, read the signs. right above it. That's what we had, right? Watch for signs. Okay, and let's take a look at that sneak peek. Interesting. Assessment, evaluate options, perspective, seeing clearly, closer look, awareness. You know, this is the thing. Something is brewing and you want to get a closer look. Oh my goodness, that sounds terrible. Maybe a closer look is what I meant to say. Wow, Kelly. So this essentially means go through, maybe you want to taste something. Let's leave it PG. But like, maybe you want a taste of something new, right? Oh boy, Kelly. Anyways, so this is all about assessment and evaluating your options and basically walking through that portal. And you know what? I feel like I want to take one more because there's just something here that I need to see. Gavel, you need to make a decision. That's all it is. Are you in the old? Are you in the new? Are you walking through that gate? Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay. Let's take a look at the Power of Surrender cards here just to see what you need to surrender or surrender to this week. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Yep. Okay, what else? Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Yes, trust your intuition. Watch for signs. Okay, and one more. Beautiful. Surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen. Then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Absolutely. Don't get in your own way. The thing about the Page of Cups, I should have mentioned earlier, you know, with that drunkard card, is that I said you want space, right? You want to be open? Well, here's your card, just to remind you from the very beginning. May your heart and your scope expand. Are you letting go of the judgment? Are you just breathing? And are you allowing the repair, the forgiveness that's necessary? That's the key. You know, when I look at this card, I think of like DNA. I think of the spine. I think of the chakra system. Healing your body, your energy, the trauma. The sun coming in here is just so beautiful. And that butterfly is a reminder of that transformation. You know, 45 is number 9, right? 4 plus 5 is 9. And it tells me that you are focusing on yourself and you're on the brink of some major change, because once you hit 10, it's 1 plus 0 is a 1. You're right on that brink, and I'm so excited for you. I think this is going to be a very transformative week. I really hope this reading resonates with you, and as always, thank you for your kindness and support. I always appreciate the comments, the likes, the subscribe. It means the world to me. So again, if you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in my bio. If you'd like a 2024 Tarot and Oracle forecast, that's also available. Thank you so much, and I wish you an amazing week.